Hello, Menno here again. Equalizing your vocals, any vocals, is made so easy with Ayaic plugins. Let's begin. Okay, so before we begin, if you wish to skip forward in the video or rewatch a certain section of the video, you can do so using the chapters in the description below. Okay, now I have looped a section of vocals here, and I have a lead vocal, the reverb that we're going to be applying to it, two background vocals, and then we have two buses. This is the lead vocal bus, so the lead vocal and reverb are going here. And then we have the two background vocals that are going to a background vocal bus. And on that bus, we've just put a cloner, a ping pong delay, and a reverb. All right. And we have mixed monolith on all of them because we're going to make sure that everything sits on its proper level plane as we're going along. All right. So the very first thing we'll do is let's assign these things. So this, the lead vocal, the reverb for that are going to the lead vocal bus, and the background vocals are going to go there. Okay, now let's solo the lead vocal. And you know what, let's first thing, even before we hear it, let's bring up a de-esser to handle any kind of sibilance that might be there. Let's do male. Okay, and we know we're going to need, this is all male vocals, so we'll put that to the background vocals, so it kind of gets them ready to begin with. Let's take that off, and let's bring up Ceilings of Sound Pro. Okay, so I'm going to take my time on this. Normally I move a lot quicker, and when you get used to it, you'll move so fast because this process is so easy. All right, let's bring up Mixed Monolith as well. And right off the bat, let's put that to where it's going to be, which we could type in -22. Because that's where we want our lead vocal to be, or we could just simply go, you know what, I want to use the preset, which is the same thing. We don't need any group, so we can turn that off, and let's have it learn.
Visitas rapidas pasan con solo
We're going to
un
be following
saludo.
-4,
No
5,
es hogar donde
4.5.
no he vivido.
This is such a simple process, and you'll do this with every single
Visitas
vocal.
rapidas
Every vocal.
pasan con solo un saludo. No es
Kind of a -22
hogar
to begin with.
donde no
Interesting.
he vivido.
Okay, we'll freeze.
Visitas.
We'll stop. Let's, do we want to use primary block? Yeah, we'll keep it on secondary block. So when we auto-generate a ceiling right now, Ceilings of Sound Pro will use only the secondary block of elbow points. So let's do that. Boop. All right. And let's move this guy over. Bring him down. And we're going to just simply follow -4.5 to begin with. Actually, we don't need that there. Let's go there. Let's go up. Up. That's good. And for the roll off, we are going to follow 9. All right. That's what we want. This process is so easy. And again, it's not, get rid of that one. It's not, whether this is a female vocal, doesn't matter. A noise element, the human noise element is going to be what it is. All right, so there, it's not going to be any difference because it's a male, a female, a child, it doesn't matter. It's a noise element created by a human, follow -4.5, there you go. All right, so let's conform. This is such an easy process. Let's go check with -4.5 again. All right, we're just going to take our time. Yeah, let's go down a little bit there. So those two look good. Let's bring this up. And you know what? Let's, we took one away there. Let's put one over here. And when we use our arrows, we can move by increments of our secondary block. So let's bring this up a little bit. Boom. Let's move this. Oh, whoops, not that one. Let's move this guy over and bring him up, bring him down. See where we're at. Too high. Let's go down one. You know what? Up one more here. All right. You can use these guys if you want. So I'm just taking my time, going slow. Such a simple process. There we go. Nice. All right. Let's listen.
Visitas rápidas pasan.
Before.
Con solo un saludo, no es hogar donde no he vivido.
Nice.
Visitas rápidas pasan.
Great starting point.
Con
And if we want to even manually kind of get in there, like I want a little bit more
no
here.
es hogar donde no he vivido.
Just a smooch there.
Visitas rápidas pasan.
Cool. All right, so we are going to get this ready for our compression stage. And remember, the auto gain works really nicely here. So as we're playing,
Visitas rápidas
turn it up, it'll turn it down so that at the end of the day, we're going to be at the peaks are going to be minus 0.3. Use Monolith to turn it down a bit.
Visitas rápidas pasan.
Nice.
Con solo un saludo, no es hogar donde no he vivido.
Such a simple way to work. We're not hunting for anything. We can see here's our chest, here's our throat, here's our nose, here's our air. The four elements of a human voice. Cool. All right, so let's bring up a compression. Now, a compressor. Now, the beautiful thing is when you have your noise element balanced to noise, it's going to hit your compressors beautifully because that's what they're used to reacting to. So for this one, let's do, you know what? Yeah, let's do this. Let's bring up a Shadow Hills. And you know what? We'll just use, vocal discrete.
Visitas rápidas pasan.
5 to 7.
Con solo un saludo.
So the presets are going to work beautifully because that's how the developers kind of created them anyways. Using noise.
Visitas rápidas pasan.
If anything, you'll tweak them a bit, but this seems to be hitting right where we want it to be. Nice. Okay, so when the compressor reacts and starts, compressing your noise element, that will sort of change your noise slopes, your balance. So we're going to bring up Ceilings of Sound Pro to put whatever the compressor changed. We'll use COS Pro to put it back. All right, so let's go here, and we can put it back, or we can change it as into the final place that we want our ceilings to be. So for this one, this is a rock song, and for rock and pop, it's kind of the same. We'll use 4.5, but we'll make a subtle change. We're going to go to primary block. We're going to put a elbow point here and move it to 1K. And then from 1K down, we want to follow pink. And then we'll put another one here. And we'll go up to 5K. And we'll go brown. So it's brown minus 4.5 pink. And that's what we want to follow. All right, so let's learn, and we'll hit, we'll have Mix Monolith kind of set things as we're going along.
Visitas rápidas pasan.
I could be drinking a cup of coffee and working. There's no stress to this process. With the right tools, dealing with your noise elements as noise and universal rules, this is so easy. Freeze. Okay, so that's what we want. All right, so we'll start here. All right, and we're just going to do this one manually. So we'll just grab this, move that down. We'll grab here, move this up. And move this down. See where I, you know what? I want a little bit more right in here. Kind of bounce that out. That looks good. And it's going to sound good. And maybe just a smooch there. Yeah, just taking my time. All right, let's check 9. All right, changed it a little bit. And we'll smooth this out. Remember, we are EQing our spectrum. We are EQing our sound. Our EQ is EQing our sound, not our EQ. All right. Cool. That looks good. Nice. Before.
Visitas rápidas pasan.
After.
Con solo un saludo. No es hogar donde no he vivido.
Nice.
Visitas rápidas.
Okay, so now what we'll do is let's put a automation program on this, and this is going to kind of show you what I mean when I go. We've never really needed faders other than leveling out an element around a certain central point, and that point being a level plane. That was the sole purpose of faders, or if you're going to fade out a song. All right, so let's bring up. You'll see that in action. You'll see what I'm talking about. Let's bring up X Rider. Okay, let's just bring up a gentle ride. All right.
Visitas rápidas pasan. Con solo un saludo. No es hogar donde no he vivido. Visitas rápidas pasan.
Let's go down to, there we go.
Con solo un saludo. No es hogar donde no he vivido. Visitas rápidas pasan.
There we go.
Con solo un saludo. No es hogar
See, so
donde
our blue line is your fader. The yellow line is the level plane. So your fader is doing everything it can to adjust your noise element so that it as evenly as possible, it sits on this yellow line, which is your level plane. The blue is the purpose of the fader. The yellow line is the level plane. That's what I mean. Okay? So, speaking of which, let's now learn so we can truly sit on the level plane minus 22.
No es hogar donde no he vivido. Visitas rápidas pasan. Con solo un saludo. No
Nice.
es hogar donde no he vivido.
It's about ease of perfection. So, this is before.
Visitas rápidas pasan.
That's what we started with, and very easily
Solo un saludo. No es
we put it
hogar
there.
donde no he vivido.
All right, so now it is going to, let's just mute these guys, is being sent to its reverb. And for the reverb, we just brought up the CLA Echosphere. We put a preset on here, just use one, and we have it fully wet, okay? And it's a great sounding effect. Now for our level plane, I'll bring this up again. For our level plane of that, remember the 5 controls 3 rule. So if we are at minus 22, 2 level planes down, 10 dB would be minus 32. 3 level planes would be minus 37. So let's go to minus 37 to begin with. And we will learn.
Visitas rápidas pasan. Con
So I quickly hit it just to turn it down so we don't have to listen to it
no
loud.
es hogar donde no he vivido.
And once it learns, we'll see if we want to keep it here or drop it down. We won't have to learn again.
Con solo un saludo, no es hogar donde no he vivido. Visitas rapidas.
Okay, that's 3 level planes. Let's try 4 level planes. A little bit more transparent, which would be 20 dB. So from minus 22 would be minus 42.
Visitas rápidas pasan.
Nice. For this, that's where we want it.
Cool.
Now those are both going here to the lead vocal bus. When we added that reverb, that's a whole nother noise element, so it can actually change the noise signature a bit. So we'll bring up Ceilings of Sound Pro again. All right. And we will just put whatever changes it did, we will put it back. So again, we are at minus 4.5, and we'll use our primary block, right? And we want at 1K, we want that to go to pink. At 5, we want that to go to brown. All right, so let's have it learn.
Visitas rápidas pasan.
And we can even bring up Mixed Monolith.
Saludo, no es hogar donde no he vivido.
As it's learning, we know this is going to be minus 22.
Visitas rápidas pasan. Con solo un
Such a simple, easy process,
no es
and efficient.
hogar donde no he vivido.
This noise is perfect sound,
Visitas rápidas.
and level planes exist. All right, excuse me. So let's see where we're at. Yeah, see, it changed it a little bit, not too much. All right, let's just grab it manually again. But so I'm using Alt, or you can use Control. Put that back. And that's nice. And you'll even start to see this is a whole nother, that's a slope right there, a ceiling. So if you wanted to check that one, remember this is 4.5, that could be brown. You'll start to just see these in all of your elements. Yep. Everything, your overall sound is just a noise element, and it's going to fall. There's planes of noise within it. So here's a plane of noise here. This is a plane pink. Here's brown, 4.5, pink. This is brown, 4.5. This is brown, and then we're going to do 9 over here. It's all just noise. So when you're working this way, it's so easy, and you'll begin to just see them after a while. So you'll know exactly what's what and where you're at. And yeah, anyways, so let's get rid of this. Let's go to 9 to check down here. It didn't really change it. So what we will do is bring this up. And you know what? Let's just hit reset bands. Yeah, pretty good. You can even bring it up a little bit more just for perfection. All right, here's before.
Visitas rápidas pasan. Con solo un saludo.
After.
No es hogar donde no he vivido.
And we'll have it learn just to make sure it's sitting right at minus 22. So we have it, the fader's being ridden with the X rider. So it's riding around a central point, which is your level plane, and that level plane is minus 22. Come over here, we put back any sonic changes that the reverb added. There you go. All right. So we are going to do the exact same thing to our background vocals. You know what? Let's do both of them at the same time. So let's bring up Ceilings of Sound Pro, and we want another Ceilings of Sound Pro right there. Okay, and we want them both to learn. Well, you know what? Let's bring up Mixed Monolith as well. So while they're learning, we can quickly turn them down. Put that over here. I mean, this is so simple. All right, let's learn these as we're going.
Visitas rápidas pasan. con solo un saludo, no es hogar donde no he
Mute the lead vocal.
Visitas rápidas pasan, con solo un saludo, no es hogar donde
So simple with the right tools. Okay, freeze, freeze. All right. So again, we are going to bring up minus 4.5, minus 4.5. All right. And we are on secondary block. Auto generate. Now for this, again, we're just going to follow. Actually, let's move this one up. Minus 4.5. So, whoop, go down like that. Go up, and go up. And over here, same thing, 9. Yeah, looks good. Actually, you know what? Let's go down a bit like that. Oop. All right. Let's go back to, well, let's check our 9 while we're here. Yep, nicely. Nicely done. And minus 4.5. There we go. Bring this down a bit. Actually, bring this up 1. You know what? I like that down. Yeah, we're just taking our time. There you go. And maybe not quite so severe there. You know what? I do like it down a bit. I'll bring it here. Nice. And bring this up. And we'll bring this up. Cool. That looks good. Looks good. All right. So that one is before. After. Cool. So let's go here to this guy. We've already frozen it, learned it. We need minus 4.5. I mean, this working this way, we're not hunting for frequencies. We can see everything. We know exactly where we're at. Oh, excuse me. We don't even need to hear it. All right, we are in secondary block. Let's auto generate. Move this out of the way. There we go. And bring up 9. Actually, you know what? Let's move this over. Let's move him over one more. Move him over one more. There we go. Start there. Let's check our, whoops. That's what undo's for. Grab the point instead of that. And that's good. You know what? We'll do this. There we go. And minus 4.5. Yeah. Let's bring that down 1. Let's bring this up a little bit. And let's bring this up a little bit. You know what? Let's put another one here. Yeah, we'll put it there. And let's just manually grab this one. There we go. Nice. Before.
Visitas rápidas pasan.
After.
Con solo un saludo. No es hogar donde
Before on both of them.
no he vivido. Visitas rápidas pasan.
After on both of them.
Con solo un saludo.
Okay. Now let's just quickly, as we're listening, have it learn real quick. Put them on. We are going to want these on, well, they're going to go to their own group, so we'll just put them at minus 25. Do that. And then on their group, we'll deal with that as a whole. Okay, now one of the things we want to do too is, you can see they're both turning down a bit, but let's go up, have them learn. So they're going to hit the compression stage nicely.
Con solo un saludo, no es hogar donde no he vivido.
Cool. You just know they're going to do that nicely.
Visitas rápidas pasan, con solo un saludo, no es hogar donde no he vivido.
Okay, now for the compressor on this one, these are background vocals. We want to contain them even more. So let's use a multi-band compressor. Let's use, the Lindell, the 345E. All right, and let's get aggressive on this. Yeah, let's use this one. Now we do that for both guys.
Visitas rápidas pasan.
So it's just slamming them. We'll learn as we go here. And of course, then we're going to bring up Ceilings of Sound Pro after this to put back. That's probably made some major changes. We'll use COS Pro to put it back. All right, we'll have a good learn later. So let's bring up Ceilings of Sound Pro. And we'll do that on both. Again, there's no headache, no stress, no muss to this process with the right tools. So.
Visitas rápidas pasan, con solo un saludo, no es hogar donde no he vivido. Visitas
having a sandwich, drinking some coffee.
Con solo un saludo, no es hogar donde no he vivido.
Okay, stop. Freeze this. And again, same sort of thing, but we'll do this manually. Minus 4, 5 there. So yeah, see the reverb or the compression, the multiband really changed things. But we want this to just follow, for our background vocals, we want it to follow minus 4.5. So it doesn't have quite as much presence. Remember, it's supposed to be in the background, hence backing vocals. All right, so let's grab this. Whoops. Undo that. And down. Grab this, move that down. Oh, I need a new mouse. Okay. And there we go. Looks pretty good. But now we're going to do something different here. Instead of 9, let's just, let's go to minus 12, like all the way. So let's follow that. Yeah. Let's do, whoops, wrong one. Not minus 12, 12. So this is what we want to follow all the way. So again, let's just do this manually. All right. And this is easy to do because this is we are equalizing our sound. The white line is our sound, so we know exactly what this is going to sound like. Any EQ moves, we know exactly what they're going to sound like. All right, let's bring that down a bit. Bring that down a bit. All right, so it leaves some nice space. All right, before.
Visitas rápidas pasan.
After.
Con solo un saludo. No es hogar donde no he vivido.
Let's do the same to this thing. This one over here. So we're following minus 4.5. Start there and where are we at there? All right, you know what? Let's bring it up a bit. Nice. And let's do 12. All right. There we go. As it's starting. You know, and then there you go. You just listen to how things sound, and you'll see how they look. You see how they sound. You'll hear how they sound, and it's beautiful. It's easy. Before, after. Nice. Bring up next monolith, and we'll learn these.
Visitas rápidas pasan, con solo un saludo, no es hogar donde no he vivido. Visitas rápidas.
Okay, now they're going here to their group. Now, we'll put a X writer on these as well. But one of the things, remember with level planes, 3 and 5 are the only numbers you need to remember in your leveling process. So our lead vocal is sitting at minus 22. Well, if we want one level plane down from that, we want minus 27. So if we go to minus 27 and we learn.
Visitas rápidas pasan, con solo un saludo, no es hogar donde no
we're going to make sure that with Ceilings of Sound Pro, we're going to have to bring one up here afterwards, because all of these effects are going to be changing and affecting the noise element as well. All right, so let's do this first. We'll mute this guy again, and let's bring up the X writer, which is here. Put that on both. And let's go to, gentle ride. That seemed to work pretty good. Let's make sure we're right where we need to be. Cool. The blue line again is your fader moving around your yellow line, the level plane. Levels things out, set them on their level plane. Just take my time. Again, normally I move really fast with this, and you will too once you get used to it. Just boom, 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 boom. So quick. And this is with any element. Cool. All right, so let's go over here. They're coming up here. This is the background vocal bus. Let's bring up Ceilings of Sound Pro. Let's see what it has, what the effects have changed in the noise signature. Not too much, but you can see it really kind of added stuff here and dropped things down here. All right, let's freeze it. So we're just going to do this manually again, but you know what? I want to give the lead vocal a little bit more space. So when we let's bring this up. All right, let's start here. Bring this up to minus 4.5. All right, but what we're going to do is, you know what, let's just give a little bump right there. Cool. What we're going to do right here at 5, let's go to primary block, put an elbow point. Well, you know what, actually at 3, let's do it. And we are at minus 4.5, and 3 and 5 they dominate everything. So even though we have our increments of 1.5, a lot of times when we're going to make moves, we'll make moves actually in 3 dB per octave weight tilts. So from minus 4.5, a 3 dB per octave weight tilt would be brown minus 7.5. So we're going to take our air and drop that down to minus 7.5, where things will move a lot of times in 3s. That's the very dominant one, especially in EQ, okay? Universal rule. So let's go here. And if you ever want to have a conversation about universal rules, that's a whole nother thing, but we can have that conversation because that goes towards the universe itself. All right, so nice. And let's check our 12 over here. You know, why the universal rules are what they are. 12. Oh, nice. It's kind of tilting even more. You know, I really don't mind that. I kind of like 18. You know what? Let's give it even more. Let's go to 19.5. Oh, we're kind of there anyways. All right. For perfection. Point. All right. So before.
Visitas rápidas pasan.
After.
Con solo un saludo. No es
Let's have it learn and set it right at minus 27.
Visitas rápidas pasan.
This is going to be our lead vocal right here.
No es hogar donde no he vivido. Visitas rápidas pasan.
Let's have them both learn.
Visitas rápidas pasan. Con solo un saludo.
There's nothing hard about any of that.
Hogar donde no he vivido.
Everything we hear is just a noise element, governed by the spectrum of noise, and all noise sits on level planes. Period. So do that for your vocals. Again, doesn't matter if it's female vocal, male vocal, child. That's where things are going to sit. The only difference is for female vocal, instead of 4.5, you know, pink here, you might just want this at pink all the way, pink, and then this would be brown. Or if you want a little bit more, remember it's well, you know, a little more, you could go 7.5, a little less, 1.5 or 4.5, excuse me, from pink. But yeah, other than that, just play with noise and 1, 3, 5. The only numbers you need to remember, elbow points. All right, when you're dealing with noise. So happy mixing. Until next time.
Visitas rápidas pasan. Con solo un saludo. No es hogar donde no he vivido. visitas rápidas pasan. Con solo un saludo, no es hogar donde no he vivido.